Welcome all in our today's lecture. In this lecture, we are trying to solve some more examples of bilinear transformation or Mobius transformation. So our next example is find bilinear transformation which maps the point 0, -1i of the z plane onto the point 2, infinity 1/2 into 5 plus I of the w plane. So first of all, write down given points. Z is equal to 0, -1i and w is equal to 2 infinity 1/2 into 5 plus I. That means z1 is 0, z2 is -1, z3 is I, and w1 is equal to 2, w2 is equal to infinity, and w3 is 1/2 into 5 plus I. So here w2 is infinity. Okay, so one point is infinity, so that's why we are using method of cross ratio of 4 points. So this method becomes z minus z1 into z2 minus z3 divided by z minus z3 into z2 minus z1 is equal to w minus w2 into w2 minus w minus w1 into w2 minus w3 divided by w minus w3 into w2 minus w1. So here w2 is infinity. That's why the question containing the terms w2 become a 1. So that means w2 minus w3 divided by w2 minus w1 is equal to 1. So put these values in our equation. So we get z minus z1. Z minus z1, value of z1 is 0 into another bracket z2 which is -1 minus z3, value of z3 is I, divided by z minus z3 is I into bracket z2 minus z1 is 0 equal to w minus w1, so w as it is, minus value of w1 is 2 divided by w minus w3, that means w minus 1/2 into bracket 5 plus I, and remaining question, that means w2 minus w3 divided by w2 minus w1 become 0 since w2 is infinity, and therefore w2 minus w3 divided by w2 minus w1 equal to 1. Okay, so actually we are using here indeterminate form of limit. Okay, because this become infinity divided by infinity by replacing w2 equal to infinity. Okay, so put limit as w2 tends to infinity, that means w2 is a variable, and then use Leibniz theorem, L'Hospital rule, and we get value of this limit become 1. Okay, so actually this is the basic concept behind this value equal to 1. Now simplify this, we get z into bracket -1 minus I divided by this -1 into bracket z minus I, which is equal to w minus 2 divided by w minus 1/2 into bracket 5 plus I. And now our requirement is to write w in terms of z. So for that, simplify this equation. So first of all, I will use cross multiplication. So z into bracket minus, simplify this, we get minus z minus I into this w minus 1/2 into bracket 5 plus I is equal to w minus 2 into multiplying this minus sign inside bracket, we get minus z plus I. Okay, so multiplying this minus z minus I to w, and then minus 1/2 into bracket 5 plus I into minus z minus I. Okay, so this is equal to w into minus z plus I minus 2 into bracket minus z plus I. Okay, shift this term of w toward left side, so we get minus z minus I into w minus w into bracket minus z plus I is equal to, shift this term toward right side, we get plus 1/2 into bracket 5 plus I into bracket minus z minus I, right, minus z into minus I, minus z into minus z, iz, sorry, iz. I forget here to multiply this z inside the bracket. So iz, so this become iz. There is also iz. Okay. Okay, multiplying this minus z minus iz inside the bracket, that means to w as well as this term. So we get this equation, and now shift term of w from right side to left side. So shift this term toward left side and this term toward right side. So we get minus become plus 1 upon 2 into 5 plus I into minus z minus iz. This term as it is minus 2 into bracket minus z plus I. Okay. Let's simplify this further. We get take w common. So w into bracket minus z minus iz as it is. So this minus into minus plus z minus into plus minus I bracket complete is equal to, keep this 1 upon 2 as it is and take minus z outside. So minus z divided by 2 into bracket 5 plus I. By taking minus z outside, this term become 1 plus I, and this multiplying minus 2 inside the bracket, we get plus 2z minus 2I. Okay. Now this minus z plus z will get cancelled. In remaining term, both term contain minus I, so take it outside. Now I will write w into bracket minus iz minus I equal to, now multiplying these two brackets, so keep this minus z upon I, z upon 2 as it is, into bracket. After multiplying these two brackets, we get 5 into 1 become 5. Then 5 into plus I become plus 5I. Then, okay, multiply 5 to both term of second bracket and then I by both term of second term. So I into plus 1 become plus I, and then plus I into plus I become I square, bracket complete, and this minus 2z, sorry, plus 2z minus 2I as it is. Okay. So in that way, very easily we can simplify this. Now then take the minus I outside. So remaining term is z plus 1 is equal to, this become minus z upon 2 into bracket 5, and this plus I square become minus 1. So we get plus 4 plus 6I, right? I have written here directly plus 2z minus 2I, since I square is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 plus 5 become plus 4. Now this become minus IW into bracket z plus 1, which is equal to, this 2 will get cancelled and we get minus 2z minus 3I, right? Multiplying this minus z inside the bracket, and this term as it is plus 2z minus 2I. So this plus 2z and this minus 2z will get cancelled. Here should be 3I into z. So 3I into z is written, plus sign as it is. So remaining term become w is equal to, here become minus I common. So 3z plus 2 is remaining inside the bracket. And after shifting this minus I to z plus 1, we get minus I into bracket z plus 1. So w is equal to, this minus I will get cancelled, and remaining term is 3z plus 2 divided by z plus 1. So this is our required bilinear transformation w in terms of z. Okay. So just take care of this formula, and then if any one of this value is infinity, then quotient containing this term become 1. and then we can easily simplify this and reach to our final destination. Okay. Our next example is to find bilinear transformation which maps the point 1i minus 1 of the z plane onto the point I0 minus I of the W plane. So first of all, write given z is equal to 1 I minus 1 and W is equal to I0 minus I. That means Z1 is 1, Z2 is I and Z3 is minus 1 and W1 is I, W2 is 0 and W3 is minus I. So here no one is infinity. So in that case we are using definition of bilinear transformation. So by definition of bilinear transformation, W is equal to AZ plus B divided by CZ plus D such that AD minus BC not equal to 0. So this becomes our equation number 1. So in this method we are using one by one corresponding value of Z and W in this equation. So first value of Z is Z1 which is 1 and corresponding value of W is W1 which is I. So put Z is equal to Z1 is equal to 1 and W is equal to W1 is equal to is equal to I in equation 1. So after putting this value we get I equal to value of Z is 1, so we get A into 1 plus B divided by C into 1 plus D. Okay. So simplify this equation, we get I into bracket C plus D is equal to A plus B. So in that way we get IC plus ID is equal to A plus B. So this becomes equation number 2. Okay. Nothing is here for simplification, so that's why I stop here and write this become equation number 2. Now use second value of Z. So put Z is equal to Z2 is equal to I and W is equal to W2 is equal to 0 in equation 1. So next corresponding values are I and 0. So put these values in equation 1. We get value of W is 0 equal to A into Z. Value of Z is I. So AI plus B divided by CI plus D. So simplify this, we get 0 is equal to AI plus B. After shifting this denominator toward right side, 0 into this denominator becomes 0. So in that way we get value of B is equal to minus of AI. Okay. So this becomes our equation number 3. Now put value of Z is equal to Z3. So this becomes value of Z3 is minus 1 and corresponding value of W is equal to W3 is minus in equation 1. Always we are putting these values of Z and W in equation 1. So equation 1 become value of W is minus I is equal to value of Z is minus 1. So A into minus 1 plus B divided by C into minus 1 plus D. And simplify this, we get minus I is equal to minus A plus B divided by minus C plus D. And after shifting this denominator toward left side, we get minus I into bracket minus C plus D is equal to minus A plus B. So this becomes minus I into minus C becomes CI. Okay, or IC. Plus into minus become minus I into D is equal to minus A plus B. And now this becomes our equation number 4. And now nothing is remaining for substitution. So use these 3 equations. Equation number 2, equation number 3 and equation number 4 for finding value of A, B, C, D. Okay. So most of the time we are writing this variable a, b, c, d in any one of the form, in the form of any one of this a, b, c, d. Either we are writing b, c, d in terms of a, or we are writing a, c, d in terms of b, or we are writing a, b, d in terms of c, or we are writing a, b, c in terms of d. Okay, so write these four variables in terms of any one of these four. Okay, so for simplification I will observe that equation number 2 contains both all variables, all constant a, b, c, d, and equation 4 also contains all variable a, b, c, d. So after taking addition of these equation 2 and equation 4, we get our equations in only two variables. So take addition of equation 2 and equation 4 in first operation. So we get IC plus ID is equal to A plus B, and take addition with this equation of equation 4, which is IC minus ID is equal to minus A plus B, right? So after adding these two equations, we get 2IC plus ID minus ID becomes 0 is equal to A minus A becomes 0 into 2B. So this implies IC is equal to B. Okay. So here we get B in terms of A. So I will replace value of B in this equation. So we get IC is equal to minus AR, since from equation 3 I have replaced the value of B in terms of A. So this implies C is equal to minus A. This I will get cancelled. So in equation 3 I have written B in terms of A. In equation this becomes equation number 5. In that equation I have written C in terms of A. Now value of D in terms of A is remaining. So again I will simplify equation 2 and 4, because only these two equations contains term of D, and our requirement is to write D in terms of A. So for that purpose I will take subtraction of this equation 2 and 4, and then we get equation of D in terms of either A, B or C. So equation 2 minus equation 4. So we get IC plus ID is equal to A plus B. Then IC minus ID is equal to minus A plus B. After taking and subtraction of these two equations, so here will be minus sign, this minus become plus, this minus become plus, this plus become minus. So this IC minus IC will get cancelled. Now remaining term is ID plus ID become 2ID. This plus A become 2A, plus B minus B becomes 0. So in that way we get ID is equal to A, and our requirement is to write D in terms of A. So this become multiplying both sides by R, we get I square D is equal to IA. So we get minus 1 into D is equal to IA. So D is equal to minus IA. Okay. So this is our equation number 6. And in that way we get B in terms of A, C in terms of A, and D is also in terms of A. And now using equation 3, 5 and 6, using equation 3, 5 and 6 in equation 1 implies W is equal to value of A is as it is, because we are writing all terms in terms of A. Then value of D in terms of A become minus IA divided by CZ. Value of C in terms of A is A. So we get minus A into Z. And then plus D, value of D. Sorry, here is value of A, B, which is minus A. Okay, no problem. And then value of D is minus IA. Okay. So take A common from these two equations. We get A into bracket Z minus I divided by A into bracket minus Z minus I. So A will get cancelled. So we get W is equal to Z minus I divided by minus Z minus I. So in that way we get our required bilinear transformation using definition of bilinear transformation, and simplifying this bilinear transformation using given point for finding the values of A, B, C, D in terms of any one of these four. Okay. Our next example on bilinear transformation is to find bilinear transformation which map the point Z is equal to minus 1, 0, 1 of the Z plane onto the point W is equal to 0, I, 3I of the W plane. Okay, so first of all write given thing, given Z is equal to minus 1, 0, 1 and W is equal to 0, I, 3I. So that means Z1 is equal to minus 1, Z2 is equal to 0 and Z3 is equal to 1. And W1 is equal to 0, W2 is equal to I and W3 become 3I. So here no value of Z or W is infinity. So that's why here we are using definition of bilinear transformation. So by definition W is equal to AZ plus B divided by CZ plus W D, such that AD minus BC must be non-zero. So this is our equation number 1. So put one by one values of corresponding values of Z and W. So put first value, put Z is equal to Z1 is equal to minus 1 and W is equal to W1 is equal to 1 in equation 1. So we get value of W is 1. So is equal to A into value of Z become minus 1. So we get minus A plus B divided by first value of W1 is 0, not 1. So we get 0 is equal to minus 1. Value of Z is minus 1. So minus 1 into A plus B divided by minus 1 into C become minus C plus D as it is. So shift this denominator toward left side. So 0 into anything becomes 0. So we get 0 is equal to minus A plus B. So in that way we get A is equal to B. Shift this minus A toward left side. So this becomes plus A. And now this is equation number 2. So here we get A in terms of B or B in terms of A. Okay. So next put next value of Z. So put Z is equal to Z2 is equal to value of Z2 is 0 and W is equal to W2 is equal to value of W2 is I in equation 1. So after putting these values in equation 1 we get left side is W. So this become I is equal to value of Z is 0. So 0 into A is 0 plus B as it is divided by 0 into C becomes 0 plus D as it is. So I write this as 0 plus B divided by 0 plus D. So in that way we get I is equal to B upon D. So this implies ID is equal to B. So in first equation we get A as a function of B in terms of B. So I will write this as D as a function of B or in terms of B. So for that I will multiply both sides by I. So we get I into I become I square into D is equal to I into B is IB. So this become I square is minus 1 into D is equal to IB. So we get D is equal to minus I. Okay. So this is our equation number 3, right? Now put last point Z is equal to Z3 which is equal to 1 and W is equal to W3 is equal to 3I in equation 1. So value of W is 3i, so which is equal to value of Z is 1. So A into 1 is A plus B divided by C into 1 is C plus B. By putting Z is equal to 1. 1 into A is A, 1 into C is C. And this plus B as it is. Simplify this, we get 3i into bracket C plus D is equal to A plus B. So we get 3iC plus 3id is equal to A plus B. But now our final requirement is to write, here we have written A in terms of B, then D in terms of B. Now write C in terms of B. So we know the value of D in terms of B and value of A in terms of B. So put these values in this equation. So we get 3iC as it is, then plus 3i into value of D. So here we get value of id directly, which is B, or we can replace the value of D from this equation. So I will replace value of id, which is B. So we get 3b is equal to A plus B. So value of A is B in terms of B plus B. Since from star and equation 2, so this become, I have used this equation, so this become equation star. So in that way we get 3iC is equal to this B plus B 2b, and shift this plus 3b toward left side, right side we get minus 3b. So 3iC is equal to minus b. So C is equal to minus b divided by I. So in that way we get C is also in terms of B, and now this is our equation number 4. So from equation 2 is required because here A in terms of B, then 3 is required. So from equation 2, 3 and 4, equation 1 become. So what is equation 1? So W is equal to AZ. From equation 2, value of A is B, so B is Z, then plus B as it is, because we are writing all terms, all constant ABCD in terms of B. So B as it is, divided by C into Z. Value of C is minus B divided by 3i into Z plus value of D, but value of D is negative, so minus I B. So W is equal to, take B outside, Z plus 1 divided by this become minus B into bracket Z upon 3i minus plus I. So this B will get cancelled, we get W is equal to Z plus 1, right, divided by, simplify this using cross multiplication. So Z plus 3i square, 3i into I become I square divided by 3i. Okay, this minus sign as it is. So in that way we get W is equal to reciprocal. So shift this minus toward numerator, 3i into bracket Z plus 1 divided by this Z plus Z minus 3, since I square is minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 into 3 become minus 3. So in that way we get required bilinear transformation W in terms of Z. Okay, so you should try to solve some more examples related with this bit, then you will clearly understand this concept. Okay, try to solve these two examples at home. So first example, in this example we have given values of Z and W, so in which third value of W is infinity. So that's why we are using here cross ratio of 4 points. We can use either definition or cross ratio of 4 point. Okay, no problem. So mostly we are using cross ratio of 4 point when any one value of Z or W is infinity. So answer become W is equal to minus I into bracket Z minus 1 divided by Z plus 1. And this is another example in which we require to find Mobius transform. Mobius transformation means bilinear transformation. So here values of z and w, no value is infinity. So that's why we are using here definition of Mobius transform. So initially we are using, instead of z we are using z1, and instead of w we are using w1. So we get equation b is equal to 2a. That means we get b in terms of a. So similarly we are defining c and d in terms of a using next point z2 w2 and z3 w3. So in that way we get b c d in terms of a. Now use these points in our definition of bilinear transformation. We get w is equal to minus I into bracket z plus 2 divided by 3z minus 2. So in that way we can easily simplify these two examples. So try these two examples at home.